It's Tuesday, September 20th. I'm Barry Davis with your KENS 5 News Now. The Bexar County Sheriff has launched a criminal investigation into the transportation of migrants from San Antonio to Martha's Vineyard. Sheriff Javier Salazar says 48 documented migrants were lured under false pretenses when they were flown to the luxury vacation town. Another plane could be on the way this morning. Yesterday, Sheriff Salazar said migrants were lured from a migrant resource center on San Pedro. The sheriff says they believe one migrant was paid a fee to recruit those who were transported. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis took credit for the operation, and this morning, his communications director is responding to the investigation, saying in part, quote, "Immigrants have been more than willing to leave after being abandoned, homeless, and left to fend for themselves," end quote. Governor DeSantis also says he does plan to transport more migrants. A man was hurt after being hit by a train at Salazar last night. Police say the guy was likely hit by the engine and thrown from the tracks. The man had head and body lacerations and is in stable condition at the hospital. Not really clear why he was on the tracks, and police say he wasn't being cooperative. The search is on for the person who shot a man on San Antonio's west side. Police found the guy shot in the buttocks at about 1 o'clock this morning on Acme Road. He was taken to the hospital. He should be okay. The victim refused to cooperate with police, but witnesses said he was being chased by another man before he was shot. So far, no arrests. A family says Sheriff Javier Salazar failed in his duty in investigating the murder of 10-year-old London Brabiscus. In January 2019, London was found dead along with her mother, Nicole Olson, and her sister, Alexa Montez, inside an Aqua Springs home. More than 3 years later, Sheriff's Office is still investigating, and no one has been charged. Now, London's family attorney is asking the state AG or the Texas Rangers to get involved.
Would like at this point a competent and independent agency to come in and review the investigation and complete it if there's still any loose ties that need to be wrapped up.
Now, the AG's office says it did receive the notice of request, but there's no timetable for a decision. Meantime, Sheriff's Office says it will continue its investigation. The medical examiner's office ruled the mother's death as suicide and the girl's deaths as homicides. Hurricane Fiona barreling toward Turks and Caicos. Just hours ago, it was strengthened to a Category 3 storm. Monday, it continued to dump rain over the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, where it caused catastrophic damage and at least 2 deaths. Power outages are also a big concern. Today marks 5 years since Hurricane Maria devastated the island. And 2 House lawmakers are laying out their proposal for legislation to prevent another January 6th riot. The Wall Street Journal reports Representatives Liz Cheney and Zoe Lofgren are leading the push. It would make it harder to overturn a certified presidential election in the future by proposing changes to the Electoral Count Act. The House could vote on the bill this week. And a new poll from the University of Texas at Tyler shows Governor Abbott is increasing his lead over Beto O'Rourke. The poll surveyed more than 1,200 voters from September 6th through the 13th, asking who they'd vote for. It shows a 9-point lead by Mr. Abbott. He pulled 47%, O'Rourke at 38%. And trending online, people are talking about another possible Christmas tree shortage this year. For the second year in a row, there might be a shortage, this time because of droughts across the U.S. Tree farmers say because the supply and demand is drastically different year to year, it can make it hard to predict. If you must have a live tree, then shop early. They say a lot of tree farms anticipate running out of stock by Thanksgiving weekend. And boy, we knew that it hurt crops and everything else, Jeremy, but man, do we need some rain, especially now for Christmas trees.
Definitely. My mom doesn't buy her tree till after Thanksgiving. Well, maybe not this year. Well, take a look at our weather. Definitely not Christmas-like or even fall-like as we round out fall this week. 88 by noon, 95 today's daytime high, well above average. We had close to 100 for the first day of fall coming up in 2 days.
All right, that is a look at your KENS 5 News. Now remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us online. I'm Barry Davis. Thanks for joining us.